Hey, welcome back to the channel. I ran into a problem with my Walker mower. The fuel inlet that you see here in the picture, just all the gasoline, it just started leaking out gasoline. Turns out that the grommet that holds the valve in the tank had disintegrated and just let all the fuel leak out. So this is a short video on what it took to fix that. So first thing to do is to remove the air inlet, this little 90-degree high clean air inlet, snorkel if it was a Jeep, but I'll take that off so I can get the tank off. That requires a 1/2-inch wrench and a 5/16 nut driver for the hose clamp. So that's a pretty easy process, just 3 1/2-inch nuts, and then taking that hose clamp loose for the air intake there by the air cleaner, wiggling around, it comes off. And now what I'm trying to do is figure out how to get the tank out because it's really just fitted down in there. I did end up finding a small 7/16-inch bolt in the side there, just underneath that metal band you see going around the tank. So there's not a real problem with getting the tank out except for the way they put this fuel line into the tank.
Okay, here's the problem that I'm having. This thing is loose. And it's this gasket right here is leaking. I need to replace that gasket, which I've ordered another one. So here's the screw I took out of the side. There is a slot back behind there, but there's no screw. So I think that's gonna lift out, except I gotta somehow I gotta get this out. What are they thinking there? Okay, so herein lies the problem as I see it. It kind of helps you understand what I'm up against. Somehow I've got to pull that out. I've got to pull this thing out of the tank somehow before the tank will come out. That's a terrible friggin' design, but I'm gonna work on that.
So what I ended up doing is I took a pry bar and I pried the tank away from the steel brace that ran vertically, just enough to be able to get the fuel line out of the tank, and then the tank lifted out just fine. But it was not really a simple, straightforward thing.
So that's like, what, 24 years of grime and junk in the bottom of that fuel tank, look like. But that worked out pretty good. All I had to do was basically bend this whole metal thing over and get it away from that other frame. Just put a bar in there and pry it over. And I was able to get it out. So we'll see about getting it back together as soon as I clean this mess up.
All that it took was a scraper and about 30 minutes of wire brush to get this all cleaned up, so it should go back together better, and I'm hoping it will help not wear a hole in that tank, although it's lasted, what, 25 years, so I guess it's not that big of a deal.
I got a couple of these dudes for the
These are shear pins. This thing goes through shear pins really quickly, it seems like. I got a new spring. And that right there is what I'm looking for. Okay. They don't go to this gas tank. Maybe they go to those two other things. So that's going to go in. Okay, so this is the little screen that picks up the fuel. This is a little, I didn't know this existed, but it's a valve. I'm not going to mess with it because it works, and I'll never shut it off because in actuality you can't even get to it. This is sitting right up against the frame. That's in there like that, and you can't touch this at all. But I'm going to wait to stick that in there until I got this back in the mower. Okay, so let's go take care of that. Gas tank, this is the metal flashing. It's got this funky roof. It's got these lips that hold that fit right down in there and hold the inside. You can see where it goes right there on that cap on that gas. I think it just helps hold it from getting over into the working mechanism that blocks that. So that's got to slide down in, but that can go later. Slide the tank in, then put this in there. That's the next one. So let's go. So I guess I worked on this for about 30 minutes, trying every which way I could to put the tank in and then insert the valve into the side of the tank. And I finally just decided there was no way that was going to happen. After 30 minutes of trying and pushing and pulling, you're just not going to get it in there. The framework of this mower is right in the way of that outlet to that tank. So I finally decided just to pull the tank back out, install the valve into the tank, and then use my pry bar to keep the tank and the framework out away from the other steel welded frame of the mower and insert the tank in that way. So once I had figured all that out, I was fairly quickly able to be successful in getting this back in, but it is a tight fit squeezing that tank and that valve down the side of that frame. And after all that, this was really the hardest part, and that was to get this little hose clamp squeezed on and slid down that fuel line onto the 90-degree valve that supposedly lets you turn the fuel on and off. But you really can't reach that valve between the tank and the frame, so basically worthless. Anyway, got it done. After that, all I did was put about a quarter tank of fuel in the tank and make sure it didn't leak before I bolted everything down, and everything worked just fine. So no issues there. Then it was just a matter of bolting the bolt back in the side of the tank and getting the air breather tube put back in place and buttoning everything down. And wouldn't you know, right about the time I got all that fixed, all my little helpers showed up and wanted to work on the lawnmower. So I moved over to the side and just replaced the transmission cooling fan that bolts up to the pulley and moves air across these hydro transmissions to keep them cool. But it was something they could help out. They love handling the tools and turning on all the knobs and getting their fingers dirty. So need to encourage that. But anyway, thanks for watching the videos. Like and subscribe. Let me know if there's any questions you have on these walker mowers or anything else I could maybe do better. So appreciate you watching. Everybody have a great day. See you next time.